Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. We are live right now. Okay. Put this on Twitter here. Hello everyone, and tomorrow I'm gonna have a video for you guys, and then I have a GTA video, a top 10 coming out very soon. I'm sorry it hasn't. I've been a bit delayed. I've just had so much on my plate, so many things to do right now. But I'm gonna have like a great I'm gonna have a great GTA video in just 2 days. So just wait for that, and then right after that I'll be finishing up the Michael Trevor Brad lore video. That will be out probably like 2 weeks from now. But that's a video that I know people have been waiting for, and you know, we're gonna get all these projects out. There's just a lot of things that I'm just, you know, just doing at once. That's just why it's taken me so long. Okay. See here. But anyways, Happy New Year, guys. I hope everyone's having a great great New Year. Okay. Okay. Hello, Pro-Man. Starting streaming, I see. Torino, yeah. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Boss Man, that's what he says, right? In, taking care of business, I see. I think that's what he says in San Andreas, right? But I remember that quote. Thank you, Patrick, for the, super chat. What's your New Year resolution? I don't know, to play, I want to play, like, a lot of different games this year on the channel. Like, one game that you guys are going to see me playing in, few days is this game called Medal of Honor Rising Sun. If anybody knows Medal of Honor Rising Sun, it's an old game, but it's a World War II game, and I'll play that in this is like you know, my, you know, main character. Good looking suit, thank you. Okay, just invite me to the business whenever you're ready. I hope everyone's having a great Happy New Year. Perfect suit for the new year, thank you. Oh, this, I just got this from Amazon mostly, most of the clothes. Oh, business, okay. Yeah, I know right now, okay? Yeah, Hangar is doubled right now. Whenever you're ready, we'll just sell it. You drank champagne this year? I had 1 glass. Okay,
You're bikers.
This is easy. Okay. A 5-mile drive, but it's fine. Snow, I think, will be gone tomorrow. That's at the bonus, right, Mark? Yeah. Are you on PS5? I am. Should I risk selling my Hangar in a public lobby? Yes. If you have friends to back you up, if you're doing it with friends, get 4 people together for your Hangar sale. 4 friends, sell it in a 30-player lobby, and use Ghost Organization. The first minute, don't use Ghost, because the first minute you'll give a little bit of time in the air, and then after that, use Ghost. You have a 3-minute window to make the sale, and get an extra $2.5 million for double money. What if I have no friends? Well, at that point, I would try to recommend, you know, making some friends, or, you know, maybe even asking randoms for help, because I used to sell businesses with randoms all the time. The only thing I don't recommend ever selling with randoms is selling a 111 crate warehouse of randoms, because you don't want them to mess something up on that. But, is basically, it's pretty easy to sell with randoms. Like, a lot of people are scared to do it, but I used to do it all the time. All I basically did back in the day is I would just message randoms in the lobby, and I would just message them. I'm like, hey, Do you have to need help selling anything? If you help me sell, I'll help you sell. And most people are like, yeah, sure. And so, you know, they join your MC. Make sure you help them sell back, and that's it. I've done that plenty of times. The best way to make money solo besides Cayo Perico? Well, I'm gonna have a guide coming out on this, but it's gonna be to use your acid lab, your nightclub, acid lab nightclub, one batch of supplies for the bunker that'll produce about $210,000 worth of product. Hope your stream goes well. Happy New Year. Same to you. Thank you, it's Ant. Hey, Pro, do you remember the Xbox Red Ring of Death? I played on the, I played on PS3, but I heard lots of people were mad about that. Yeah. The PlayStation 3 had a similar thing. The yellow light was the PlayStation thing. If you saw a yellow light, your PlayStation 3 was done. Do you think the Acid Lab is a scam? No. It's a great, you know, way to make money. Have you enjoyed the update? Yeah, for the most part. Happy New Year. I hate the mission cooldown. Yeah, I do too. Easy. Thank you for the super chat, man. And thank you, Eric. Happy New Year to you too, man. Thanks. There we go. Happy New Year, everyone. Do you think Dax is annoying? A bit, but he's not as bad as, like, Katie Jane Sasanta. You know when Drug Wars Part 2 is coming? Probably spring. Are MC missions necessary to do nowadays? What do you mean? Do you mean, like, contracts? Contracts? Not really, but, like, if you mean, like, selling MC businesses, like, yeah, they still give you a good amount of money. Thank you, Eric, for sponsoring my channel. Hey, Pro, Happy New Year. Good job on the updated 5 vehicles to own. I was surprised the Armored Karuma didn't at least get an honorable mention. Yeah, I mean, I could have included it, I guess, but most people already own it. I need help selling my bunker stock is full. Join my session then, Jen. I think I have you added, right? Your thoughts on the GTA 6 trailer this year? I don't know. It's entirely a possibility that GTA 6 might get announced this year. We don't know.
When East meets West is amazing.
Yeah, the 10 Fooligan missions are a bit much. I agree with you. They're annoying. Where are you from? Brooklyn, New York? Did you record all cutscenes for a future video in GTA 3? No, I didn't. Oftentimes I replay the games when I want to record cutscenes. What's the most expensive outfit you ever worn for a video? The Aiden Pierce costume for Watch Dogs. That one was like close to $200 everything together. Okay. No, I have no hope for Red Dead Online. I'm not trying to sound like a buzzkill, but like I want the game to be successful, but Rockstar's is stupid.
I just received my order from the
Jesus.
What the?
Hello, James. What's up, man?
I'm gonna fuck you up.
My guide has helped you out a lot. Which one? Thank you, Tyler, for the super chat. Do you think Claude could ever take over Los Santos or Liberty City? Claude is that kind of guy who, you know, he's not really going to be good at managing anything. He's not going to know how to run anything properly. He's that type of guy that gets paid to do things. I can't wait for the next part of Saboteur. I know you mostly use weapons taken from enemies. Yeah, if I can steal weapons from enemies in that game, I'll do it. Okay, Net. Carlos, can you invite me to the business? Whenever you're ready. Reddit Online had a high rise in players lately. Yeah, I heard about that. I might do a video on that. Thank you, Easy, for the super chat. Let's see if we can hit 2 million subscribers before the end of this year. That's probably not gonna happen, Cody. It took me, like 5 years to get to, 1 million subscribers, so, or more like 4 years. So it's okay, Carlos, you don't have to apologize. I don't think that's gonna happen. But I might get to, there's a huge possibility I might get to 1,100,000 subscribers this year. That could definitely happen. My health and dental insurance starts today. Hopefully I can get weight loss medicine, or prescribed by my local doctor. Okay, Victor. Well, I hope everything goes well for you. Thank you for the super chat. I bought the Saboteur on GOG. Can't wait to play it. Yeah, Saboteur is a great underrated game that a lot of people never get the chance to play. Oh yeah, I played Saints Row 4 and beaten it. I've been enjoying Insurgency Sandstorm lately. I know that's one of the more realistic shooters out there. I haven't got the chance to play that one though. I like playing Hell Let Loose. That's a World War II one. Well, I don't know what's I don't know what's going on there. I just don't get involved in drama. What is your next lore video coming out, Pro? Within like 1 or 2 weeks. I mean, the Michael, Trevor, and Brad lore video. Hey, Pro, Happy New Year, and I had the Red Ring of Death and my Xbox work until 2019. Well, if you had it since 2019, you mean 360? You've had that since some time. That's like a record for it to work that long. Thank you, DJ, for the super chat. How old are you? I'm 28. What did you think about an entire update that was dedicated to rebalancing PvP? I wouldn't mind that, but we probably wouldn't see something like that. I can after the stream, Net. Just send me a message on PlayStation with his name. Have you guys tried Hell Let Loose? If you like Insurgency Sandstorm, you might really like Hell Let Loose too. Flying in this weather, look at this. Hey Pro, do you think we're gonna get a GTA 6 teaser or trailer this year? It's entirely possible, Kevin, but the worst part is gonna be the speculation, because there's gonna be so many YouTubers who speculate. Damn, this weather. Thank you, Dylan, for the super chat. Thanks, man. Thank you for sponsoring my channel, Dylan. Thanks, man. Where's your accent from? Well, I don't know if I really have an accent. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I have more of a generic, like I would say, American accent. Yeah. No, I'm not done playing the GTA story. I'm gonna be playing, Chinatown Wars in January. How long will stream be today? Around 2 hours. When will you do another Griefer video? Well, Robert, I haven't done any, you know, fighting Griefer videos in, like, years. And the reason for that is because when I did those videos, I wasn't looking for a fight. The fight just came to me. It just happened. Like, those Griefer videos that you watched, pretty much all of them, it was the same thing that happened. It was we were selling cargo in a lobby, and some idiot came over and destroyed it, and then we got into a huge war, and then I uploaded it. That's pretty much what happened on those situations. And I've fought griefers before, like, you know, off stream. I've done that before. But the thing is, when I fought griefers off stream, it was usually something really stupid they were doing. Like, it was like some idiot would teleport to his facility and try to orbital cannon, or it would be some idiot that would teleport back to his apartment with a heist invite, and he would just pull out a night shark. You're about to blow up the night shark again. He teleports back to his apartment with a heist invite, gets another night shark, or somebody's constantly easy way outing. And like, I'm just like I see this stuff, and I'm like, do I really want to upload this? This is just stupid. This is some guy blowing himself up constantly and teleporting back to his apartment. So it's just like, you know, when I uploaded those fights, they were at least somewhat more interesting, where, you know, the idiots today will just constantly blow themselves up and will teleport back to a facility or an apartment. Yes, I'm going to be making Hell Let Loose videos. First video that I watched from your channel is Top 10 Griefer Fails in December 2019. That makes me subscribe to you. Can't believe it's 3 years already. Well, thank you, Bori. Yeah, that one was one of my most popular videos, Top 10 Griefer Fails. I remember that one. I remember what was number 1 on that list, too. Number 1 was when that idiot tried to teleport in front of me with the tank glitch and I blew him up. One more drop. Blotter is Agent 47. Who's more dangerous? Agent 47, I would say. Yeah, Agent 47 is more skill and more technology. Thank you there, Real Soprano. Thank you, Tyler. If you could get one update on GTA Online or Reddit Online, what would it be? Well, I honestly would want a Reddit Online to get an update right now. If Reddit Online was to get a single update, I'd want houses, some kind of property, something that you could customize. Like maybe a DLC where you can craft a house or build a house. What would you say would be the best way of making money? Thank you, Robert. Have your MC businesses, nightclub, bunker, and Acid Lab producing, and do Cayo Perico. And then sell all the businesses in a populated lobby with friends. That'll probably be the best way to make a bunch of money. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Seth. I replayed GTA 4. It's amazing how little assets Rockstar reused in GTA 5. I can only imagine how much will be recycled into GTA 6 with current Rockstar. Yeah. Makes me a bit worried. I think GTA 6 is overall going to be a great game. Like, Rockstar really milked this game to hell. Who's the smartest GTA character of all time?
Crypto.
Thank you, Soprano, for the super chat. Smartest GTA character of all time? I'd say probably Lester, because of Lester, how he plans stuff out. Can you do GTA 4 100%? Yeah, I could do that. Is the taxi business out? No, not yet. Who's more narcissistic, Manny Escuela or Luke Atme from Ace Attorney? Let me look up that character, because I have to see a picture of his face, because there's so many Ace Attorney characters. Oh, him, that guy, the detective. Okay, yes, I remember him now. I just forgot his name. Your question was, Okay, your question, who is the other comparison? Manny Escuela or Luke? Luke, yeah, Luke definitely is more narcissistic. Because his whole plan... Possibly, I'd have to test it, James. Who's the dumbest GTA character in GTA? Stupidest GTA character of all time? Have to think about that one for a little bit. The stupidest GTA character.
Believe me.
I wouldn't say Lance, because Lance has done some smart things before. Stupidest GTA character. Maybe Manny, have to really think about that. Second one for New Year's, when you were talking about the gold rush on last stream, most land is owned by Native Americans. They were, way more common, I believe, back in the day. Well, thank you, and thank you for the super chat, man. Yeah, and that was the horror of the gold rushes. It was people were obsessed with finding the gold, but they oftentimes wanted Native American land to try to get it, and it caused a lot of conflict. Thank you, Slip, also for the super chat. And thank you, Fernando. Thank you, 3 years for sponsoring my channel. Do you remember a game called True Crime Streets of LA? Do you think, like I do, that is a GTA clone, but you're a cop? It's okay, but nothing great. I personally, I don't understand personally this belief of people just labeling anything that they don't agree with a GTA clone. Like people constantly think that that so many of these games are GTA clones. Like these people were constantly calling like Saints Row a GTA clone, and the developer got so annoyed with that they changed Saints Row so much. And look at what happened to Saints Row. It's not a good end. But I don't look at them as GTA clones. I look at them as GTA competitors. Because I'll tell you something. Imagine if I started calling Call of Duty like a Medal of Honor clone. I'd look like a total idiot. I would. But you could actually make that argument that Call of Duty is a Medal of Honor clone. Because how did Call of Duty start out? Call of Duty started out as a competitor to Medal of Honor. And it was made by a lot of former Medal of Honor developers. So you could make that argument. A lot of people don't know that. Medal of Honor was the first, real World War II shooter that was popular. And then it was Call of Duty was a competitor, and Call of Duty surpassed it. So that's, Do you drink alcohol ever? Only a glass of champagne for New Year's. How was your New Year's? It was good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch out with that, that's a mine. Come on, no. You gotta be kidding me.
Get down! Motherfucker! Fancy fuck! Fuck off!
That's why the, up and atomizer is so useful. Yeah, I'm good. How old are you? 28? Have I ever seen the Expendable movies? I did, and I didn't like them. I didn't. The reason I didn't like the Expendable movies is because I just felt that they were just too ridiculous. It was just like, people said that Rambo was unrealistic. But if you just watch the Expendables, like, the Expendables was just, like, it was, like, I know it wasn't a bad movie, but it was just, it was just, like, everybody was like a one-man army in that movie. Like, all the characters were like one-man armies. And so that's just personally what I didn't like about it. At least in Rambo, at least like he was tactical in how he like went about killing everyone. But like in those movies, it's just like they just shoot their way through everything. It's just I just didn't like that about it personally. Oh come on, seriously? Oh, I thought that was mine for a moment. That lost. Okay, no, I guess it's not mine. You missed my super chat. Oh, I'm sorry. What happens if you have a toxic friend who griefs you? If I have a toxic friend that griefs me, I delete him off my friends list. Thank you, Robert, for the super chat. You know, that's what I would recommend you do, too. Did you know that coyote guards can spot dead bodies? I know that, Bambi. I have a new guide coming out on Coyote Perico, but that's going to be coming out in, like, a few days, possibly a week. Hey, Pro, when you get the chance, can you give my YouTube a mention or a shout-out when you get the chance? I could, Melon. Thank you for the super chat. But I never liked, you know, the character. I didn't ever like the way that Sylvester Stallone played in The Expendables. I didn't like that. I liked his how he played Rambo. That I liked much more. But, the person that was asking me before, Robert, right? Let me see here. Robert, yes, about what if you have toxic friends, you know, who grief you? I would just remove them from the friends list. Like, if it's like an accident, somebody accidentally destroyed your cargo, you know, things happen. But, you know, somebody's intentionally coming into the lobby and just blowing up your cargo, that person's not really your friend. Because cargo takes, like, hours to produce, why would you go and ruin your friend's time? So that's what I'll say about that. I'll tell you guys a story about this specific question. What if they're your friend in real life? Well, why would they be ruining your game? Even if they're your friend in real life, why would they be, you know, annoying you on the game? If they're your friend, they wouldn't be doing that to you in the first place. But I'll tell you guys something. I had this guy on my friends list that I remember, this is like years ago, maybe like 2018, 2019 when this happened. And I remember I was doing the Pounder MC cell mission, where you have the single MC truck and you're driving it. And it started at the weed business, and I was helping a friend with it. We're driving down the highway, and there's a Oppressor Mark II coming towards me. So, guy on my friends list, and, you know, I see, like, the blue orb, so I'm like, oh, it's just a friend, not a big deal, because I had that happen where friends would follow me around the map and stuff, so, like, I wasn't too concerned. And he just started firing missiles at me. He was intending to destroy. It wasn't an accident. He spammed a bunch of missiles at the truck. And I told my friend, close the app, because we were in the party. And he closed this app, the product was safe, and then right after that, I deleted that guy who was trying to destroy the cargo. And then the guy sends me a message, like, a few minutes later, why did you delete me? And I replied to him, I said, you tried to destroy the cargo. And literally, I've deleted people who tried to destroy cargo before on my friends list. And what happens is, typically, I get a really stupid response. Typically, I say, oh, that wasn't me, that was my cousin. Or that was my friend, or that was my brother playing for me, it wasn't me. Well, even if that is the case, it's still your fault because you let your brother or your cousin on the account. That's not an excuse. But in this case, he didn't make that excuse. In this case, he actually said, he admitted to trying to destroy the cargo, and he said, I don't understand why you're so mad at me. I was just doing what the game told me to. The game gave me a notification and told me to destroy cargo, so I did it. And I was like thinking to myself, I was like, my god, what an idiot. So it's like, you know, there's like, yeah. That's why I deleted him. Stupid. What the? Okay. What's wrong with my controller right now? Keeps backing up. Yeah. One moment here, everyone. Having an issue with my controller. No, Carlos, don't do that. Don't do that. Hang on. Okay. Okay, one moment here. Gotta fix this here. Okay, I don't know why that was doing that. I had to restart my controller because it was being stupid. Final one. No, it wasn't, no, it's not a low battery. 2 bars still, that's plenty of battery. I don't know why I was doing that, I was just backing up for no reason. Do you know of any PC groups for cargo grinding? I usually do it alone, but I would like to try in a group for a change. Unfortunately, I don't. I have a few friends that play on PC, but not too many people, but, Gilly Master might know something about that. I think Gilly Master also has the PC version of GTA, I could be wrong on that. But, yeah, I don't know many people on PC. Is a bot in your chat? Where? My favorite city in GTA San Andreas? Probably Las Venturas. Is there a point in grinding GTA on PC? What do you mean? I mean, you save up money for updates, get stuff in the game. Okay, half a mile left. What, I mean in GTA, just messing around? Yeah, it's happened, Brandon. Oh, okay. No problem, Carlos. That's good, Brandon. Has the Grinch mugged me? No, I haven't actually had that happen to me yet. I played GTA a lot recently, and I haven't had that happen. Might happen on the stream, I don't know. Thank you, Robert. Will you be narrating the cutscenes in Chinatown Wars? Yes, I will. I did that in Ace Attorney, so I'll do it again. Thank you, DL Gaming. Hey, Professional, I really look forward to your future videos since we are 2023. 23, but you best 2022 videos I've seen so far is your Saints Row Reboot review. So your Saints Row Reboot review is an S tier video. Thank you, man. Okay, Net needed help selling something, right? Invite me then, Net.
Well, at least some of the shipment got to the bottom.
Happy New Year Day, New Year Pro. Do you know anyone who gets on GTA Online on the Xbox Series X, S? I'm in of people to help me out on selling products. Thank you, Edwin. I have an Xbox One, but I don't play GTA Online on it. But I know Gilly is on Xbox, so he could probably help you out. I play on PlayStation. I wouldn't mind crossplay with Xbox, but I still want crossplay with PC for, you know, because I still want to encounter modders, but Xbox I have no problem cross-playing with. Okay, Edwin. Next time on Xbox, I'll send you a friend request. That probably won't be on Xbox though for some time though, just letting you know, Edwin, but I'll keep your name remembered though. Can you invite me to the business, Net? And New Year's Day was good. How was yours, man? No, it's warehouse? Oh. Oh, I would rather really not fly that. If you get the Titan mission, well, Net, I would strongly recommend not to sell. Yeah. If you're selling cargo like CEO crates, I would really recommend not in this state. If you get the trucks or the boat, it's not a big deal. But planes, you don't want to mess up on the planes on the cargo. This weather, like this snow, like the foggy weather, I don't recommend doing that. If you got like Hangar or something like that, we could help you sell. That's much less risky. But I don't recommend selling crates. And if you're selling like 111 crates, I don't recommend selling crates in this environment. Nobody wants to fly a Titan in this weather, unless you want to do it, but I'm warning you, it's very risky, because I don't want to fly the Titan. I can protect you, and I can, take out any enemies chasing you, but I don't want to fly the Titan during this. Up to you. Hey, Edwin, thank you for the super chat. What kind of roles do you think you would add to Reddit Online? Mine is something about rail or steam engine work. Well, you have to be really quick, because if that Titan gets destroyed, that's like seconds. But I'm not driving it. I'm just letting you know, Net. I don't want to drive the Titan. I don't want to be responsible for that. I just don't want to. I'm an okay pilot, not the greatest pilot, but I don't want to fly during these weather conditions. What kind of roles do you think to Reddit Online? Thank you, Patrick. I would like to see like an outlaw role, something like that. Yeah, I'd like to see an outlaw role to the game. And an outlaw role, Patrick, basically, maybe like a role where you can rob trains, you can kidnap rich people, and maybe they'll make like an opposite role, like a lawman role or something like that. And like the lawmen have to save the rich people, and each class is based on like honor. And if you have like low honor, maybe you have like certain bonuses. And if you have high honor, you have other bonuses. Maybe if you have like low honor, you could unlock like robberies, like train robberies and stuff like that. If you have high honor, maybe you could have something like you could have like high honor missions, or like you could have like a discounted ammo or something like that, Don't have you added. My gamer tag is Dark Knight. Okay, okay, Jen. Well, Jen, I can't add you on this stream, but I could add you on the stream afterwards, or I can add you after the stream, I mean. Yeah, this truck doesn't have the best handling. Thank you for the super chat, though, Jen. How much do you have in GTA right now? A billion? What is that? 171 million? No, Brandon, I actually already recorded it. I recorded it, and that's coming out tomorrow. And so it's my channel update video that's gonna be posted tomorrow is 1 hour and 10 minutes long. It's me going through, like, a lot of stuff. So it's a long video. So sorry I haven't been able to get that out, but it's, I'm gonna explain a lot of stuff in my channel update video tomorrow. It's okay, Carlos. I got it. I can multitask. Happy New Year, Pearl. Are you aware that the high percentage bonus seems to be glitched? What are you talking about? High percentage bonus what? Can you explain, Mario? And, you don't have to super chat me again. Just, if you could just leave a comment, I'll look for your comment. Thank you for the super chat. What high percentage bonus? The high demand bonus, you mean? Is the one you get for selling in a populated lobby? Is that what you're talking about? Well, I'll go back to the biker character again, but I got a bit bored of the biker character, so I wanted to kind of play like, a mafia character. So, like, I did the biker character, I dressed up in a biker jacket, and, like, for, like, the first, like, weeks, like, months of the streams, now I'm, like, doing, like, a mafia character for a few months. What is the glitch exactly, Mario? Like, what's happening? Can you explain what's the issue? Will aliens invade Earth this year? No. I don't think that's gonna happen. Thank you, Jimmy. I'll tell you though, there's a lot of really ridiculous conspiracies regarding aliens. Like, some of them are a little bit more believable, but others are just some of the conspiracies are like really stupid. You don't seem to get the bonus. Oh. We can, Mark. Yes, I could do that, Melon. Thank you for the super chat, man. I'm letting everybody know, guys. In the future, do not ever sell a crate warehouse during snow. You don't want to do that because there's a risk that you could get the this Titan mission. You don't want to fly that during snow conditions in this game. Can you please do a shootout? Well, I'm gonna be probably fighting some enemies in a little bit. Okay, Mario. Make sure to keep that in mind. I have gotten the bonus so far, so I don't know. Maybe it's not happening to everyone. Oh, thank you, Crispy. Thanks for sponsoring the channel for 3 years, man. Hey, Pro, we are friends on PlayStation, right? But when is it okay to join you to play with you other than streams? You can join me anytime. Anytime you see me online, join me. You don't have to ask to join me. Just join me. The times that I don't want people to join me is I'll appear offline. Like, if I'm doing something by myself and I don't want people to join me, I'll appear offline. That's it. But if I'm ever online, join me. That's it. When I'm down to play with people and people can join me. Thank you, Mohammed Hisham. Do you know when ray tracing is coming to GTA PC? I don't... It's on console right now, I think, right? But it's, I don't know then, Mohammed. I'm sorry, man.
If you could have sex with money, I'd be on that shit. Whatever, dude.
Will I make GTA 5 lore videos? Of course, I'm working on one right now. Thank you, Max. Thank you for both super chats. Gilly's having the glitch? Maybe it's something on Xbox. Hasn't happened to me on PlayStation.
Hi, is the doctor in?
Can professional notice GTA's hyperinflation? Yes, I've noticed, like, stuff going up, but this last update was, a very inexpensive update. Like, Drug Wars is not like an overpriced update. It was a very affordable update. Oh, Polish Mercenaries, this is a name that I've had since, like... I've had this name since, like, 2008. So this is, like, a name that I've had for, like, 14 years now. And I'm just so... I think I want to change the name Polish Mercenary, like, like, one day. But I just don't know to what, and so many people know me for, like, the name that I have. So I don't know what I would, I don't know what I would do it. And also, if I change my PSN, I think that would mess so many people up.
Okay.
Because they'd be confused who I am then. Oh, this mission isn't bad. I can fly one of the helicopters. Where am I going right now? Oh, that's easy. Some people really hate this mission, but I don't mind this mission. It's not that bad. Just make one drop and you're done. Here we go. No, not right now, Sebi, but I do appreciate the support. Thank you. Happy New Year's, Pro. I wish you and your family many blessings. Thank you for playing my favorite games. Well, thank you, Andy, and thank you for the super chat and for watching my channel. Thanks, man. What's your opinion on the stable bug when entering the stables rented online? Can you explain to me what it is exactly? Is it what, you can't get your horse out? Is the expanded enhanced version of GTA 5 or the older version? It's a, expanded, and, well, they kind of dropped that label, expanded and enhanced. Okay, oh, I forgot I have to drop this on the ground, right? Do you have GTA Plus? No, and I will never buy it. Okay, I don't... yeah. Oh, man. Okay, well, at least it's delivered. You know, that's... Will I ever play GTA 1 one day, Max? I will. Hey, Pat, I'm replaying the Red Dead Redemption 2 story. I'm annoyed they gave up on the game. Do you think they'll come back to it after GTA 6's release? Are you talking about Red Dead Online? Probably not, McCookie. Unfortunately, they probably ditched it. Unfortunate thing. Hey, Pro, wishing you, oh, we don't have to deliver these vehicles back. I'm just letting you know. Like, Ned, do you want us to deliver these? Because these don't give you any extra money for delivering them. This is some extra RP. Or do you not care? Can we just jump out and just get rid of them? Hey, Pro, wishing you the best for your channel. Thank you, Mobinator. I'll be playing SOCOM 2 this year also, Mobinator. Okay, so can I just jump out? Does that mean I can just jump out of these things? Oh, I'm helping a friend out with their hangar sale. Thanks for teaching me how to make money with your videos, Pro. $5 would only get me 200,000 shark cards, but I'll give it to you instead of the hundreds of mil. Well, thank you, Field Emperor. Thanks, man. No, I've never been to England, but I'd love to visit. Okay, jumping. Jump, Carlos. Wow, 180,000, nice. Well, it's double money on the hangar, so that's why you get that much money for helping with the sale now. I play on the PS5. When's the next Vice City Stories 100% stream? In like 2 weeks, because I have Vice City Stories in the emulator on my computer at home, but I'm visiting parents here, so I will recontinue that stream. Who is the least evil mobster in The Sopranos? Oh, that's easy, Bobby. Will you cover the weapons van when it's in the game? Yeah. Have you heard of a YouTuber named Larry Lawton? He's a former convict and jewel thief who makes content on his experiences inside prison and the mob. Yes, I've seen his videos before. I've seen Larry's videos before, but I like Michael Franchise's videos more. Michael Franchise is like a former you know, mafia capo. His I like his videos more personally. I know they're both different. They both have different records, but it was I always found Michael's videos the most interesting. What are the 5 things that PlayStation 4 did better than the PS5 and why? Well, I personally think that PlayStation 4 had a better interface than the PS5. I just don't like the interface on the PS5. And the PS5 still has no themes. It's been like 2 years and you still can't put a theme on your PS5. What do you think of an arms dealer role for Red Dead Online where you work with the Lemoyne Raiders? Well, I wouldn't want to work with the Lemoyne Raiders. The Lemoyne Raiders are like scumbags. Like, you know, the Lemoyne Raiders are some pretty bad people in Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah. Those are some pretty bad guys. I wouldn't mind like an arms dealer role in Red Dead Online, but yeah, not with them. Hey Pro, do you think Trevor would have been able to make millions without Michael and Franklin? Probably, yeah. He probably wouldn't have gotten as rich as he did, but he took over a lot of businesses, illegal businesses, I should say, in Sandy Shores. So yeah, he did cover, you know, a massive meth market. Thank you, Max. In Chinatown Wars, be sure to get the bulletproof style SR in Stealing the Show and unique Banshee and clear the pier. I did a video of how to get the former. Okay, are these missions early in the game or like later in the game? Thank you, DL Gaming. Hey Pro, what's your favorite and least favorite Sniper Elite games from V2 to 5? 3 and 4 is probably my favorite than 5. Well, I would say probably my least favorite Sniper Elite would probably have to be 3, because that in Sniper Elite 3, the enemy AI is like really annoying. Like, it's like some of the missions in Sniper Elite 3 are like, they're like you have to go through this tough, like, narrow places, and it's really hard to do stealth, and it's just the AI can get really annoying. How many languages can you speak, Professional? Love from Florida. Thank you, Zoe. I can speak English and Polish. Here. Have you ever heard of a YouTuber called the Brad? Yeah, I've heard of him. He does playthroughs. He's been doing playthroughs for like over a decade on YouTube. He's like one of the oldest playthrough channels. Yes, I will be doing that, Justin. Have I ever played Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas 2 by any chance? No, I know of the game, but I never actually played it. I played Siege, I played Ghost Recon, Breakpoint, Wildlands. I played Tom Clancy's End War. Played that many Tom Clancy's games, but I do know the game we're talking about. Hey Pro, I've always been a solo player, but I would love to add you as a friend and sell business with you since your guides have always been a huge help. What's your PSN, Dylan? Oh, Net, if you're on a black screen, just let us make the sale for you. Maybe when we finish the sale, you'll be kicked out of it because we're already in the city. So I wouldn't recommend closing your app. What is it, Luigi? Okay, Dylan. Are you friends with TGG? Well, I don't know if we'd call ourselves friends. We're not, you know, we like each other. I haven't really talked to him. We don't hang out or anything like that. I've talked to him in a few messages, like, not messages, but more comments, like, tweets, I would say. But, yeah, we're friendly with each other. But, you know, we never talk to each other. Oh, thank you, Sir Crew. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. Do you believe in a higher power? Well, I consider myself an agnostic. Kind of neutral on that. I don't know. No, Vision, no. There was no drama. No, we had a disagreement over Red Dead Online. That was it, but there was no drama. Will I ever play the Sopranos? Yes, I do want to play the Sopranos game. Happy New Year from Australia. Happy New Year to you too, Morgan. You still work out? Yeah, I worked out yesterday. Man, driving some of these larger vehicles in the snow is a little annoying. I know this is a GTA stream today, but as a Red Dead Redemption 2 player who has all the businesses, what am I supposed to be grinding for? I'm just looking for incentive. Honestly though, sir, there really isn't much of an incentive. If you have, like, all the guns, and you have all the clothes, there really is no incentive to make money in Red Dead Online. It's just more of a title thing, I would say, than, that's it, pretty much. There's really, once you get everything Red Dead Online, there's nothing, like, GTA Online you could, you know, spend, you know, years, and you still won't have, like, all the stuff in the game. But Red Dead Online, you could buy everything at this point. So it's because Rockstar is so incompetent with that. In a prior stream, you mentioned not using a green screen for your background. What program do you use to display your videos, streams behind you? It is this program called NVIDIA Broadcast. You have to have a graphics card, I believe, that is specific to it, but it's called NVIDIA Broadcast. That's the one. I don't need a green screen, and this is how I, like, broadcast myself. Thank you for that, super chat, Boombox. I prefer Red Dead Online over GT Online. Well, they both have things that they're both good at. Polska społeczność oglądam pozdro. Oh, okay. Thank you, thank you, Macker. Thank you for the super chat. I think I understand what you said. Yes. You're watching me and you're wishing me well, right? Thank you for the super chat. I understand Polish fluently, but I have a hard time sometimes reading it. What's your opinion if Rockstar let you use stock market in online? Could it be used for a moneymaker or gamble? Because I was thinking of letting you invest with your own CEO depending on success. Well, I know you messaged me about it, Mark. But thank you for the super chat, Tyler. What I'll say is the reason they're not going to add the stock market to GT Online is because of the because they think people will probably manipulate it. That's probably what they think. Yeah, I'd like to do Killzone one day. Have you beaten the GTA story? Oh yes, many times. Oh, my name is Polish Mercenary. You know, here see the 1,346, but my friends, you would not be able to message me because my messaging is set to private though. Or it's set to friends only, I should say. I had to have that on because I used to get some really nasty messages on PlayStation from random people, and so I had to, you know, make my messages to friends only.
Some people have all the money.
Did your ancestors fight in any war? Yes. I don't know about World War I, but I do know that like it was my great grandfather, on my father's side, had fought in the Russo-Japanese War, if you know that one. That was a war that was 10 years before World War I. It was between Russia and Japan in the Far East, and it was that was like a really bad war. You know, my got to ask my dad. It was like my great grandfather on his side, but he knows more about that. But I had that, and then I had, you know, my great grandfather on my mom's side. He had fought in World War II. So he fought with General Anders' army in the Italian campaign.
No!
Bro, have you been to Europe? The last time I was in Europe was 2010. I was in Poland. Anyone else need help? Invite. Cash, hello, Classic. How are you, man? Okay, let me help out Kay here. When's the Hangar video coming out? Probably in a few days. I'm just busy with so many things. Be a little patient with me, but I'll get it out as soon as I can. You still play on PS4 Pro? Not really, no. I just play mostly on PS5. Yes, I have a video planned on the Lost MC. I have a lore video on that specifically planned. Oh, this mission. Yeah. Well, Jen, I'll have to add you a little bit later because nobody can send me a request because of just my settings, but I can add you later. Yeah, I'm gonna do a hangar guide. Sorry for what? I'm gonna get the 2 at the construction yard. Well, I transferred my PS4 character to PS5. Yeah, this is the most risky one. This is... This helicopter's empty. Hi, Pro. Why do you think Tony's mom hates him? Well, which Tony? Are you talking about Tony Cipriani or Tony Soprano? I'm assuming you're referring to one of those characters. If you mean Tony Cipriani, his mom is just a psycho. She's just like, she's just a type of person. She's a bad person, very similar to Livia Soprano. Hi, Pro. I just wanted to say that you're a really good YouTuber, and recently I've been going through hard times and struggling with things in my life, but your videos help very much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jack, and I'm glad that my videos were able to help you out, man. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for the support, man. Hope everything goes well for you, Jack, and Happy New Year, man. Hi, Pro. I'll be joining the Marines soon. Well, congratulations, Jeremy. I hope everything goes well for you. Hello, Hassan. Happy New Year to you too.
Airspace entry granted. Make your way to the hangar.
You want to be calm when you land the thing, slowly. Hydra? Yeah, I'd recommend it, Net. Any advice to be financially free at a young age? It depends what you mean by young. But I would say that here's the advice that I would give you. This is what I did when I worked in retail. And if you have no financial responsibilities, like if you're living with your family and your family is like, you know, if they're letting you keep the majority of your money, and you're just, you know, you keep your whole check, you don't have to spend stuff on bills and stuff like that. If you have no expenses, nothing to like spend your money on, what you do at that point is just save 90% of your check, 90% of it, and then spend the other 10% on whatever you want, but just save 90% of your check, and just do that for a few years. And in a few years, you'll save up quite a bit of money. See if I can take some of the harder ones. Do you think Franklin likes working with the GT Online protagonist? Yeah, I don't see why not. He makes some money. Thank you, Justin. When Rockstar said soon with GTA 6, I didn't think they made a whole year. Yeah. Well, that's the problem, is the clickbaiters constantly, like, you know, put words in Rockstar's mouth and say, oh, you know, they're gonna release it, like, any day now, and they constantly speculate on the date. But, you know, Rockstar had to make some kind of comment on that, David. The worst group of griefers that I encountered during my live streams? Oh. I know that. It was, there was one time, it was like... It was either last Christmas. It was last Christmas or the Christmas before that. I think, or Christmas Eve, I should say. It was like around the holiday time. I think it was a year or 2 years ago. I don't remember which holiday time it was. But basically, it was a Reddit Online stream that I was doing. And on the Reddit Online stream, I was doing a charity stream. I don't remember what the charity was that I was doing for. It was a good charity, because I do a bunch of charity work, but I don't remember which charity it was. That I'd have to look up which charity it was. But regardless, I was doing a charity stream. And, you know, we're just helping raise money for the charity on the Reddit Online stream. It was like a Christmas Eve stream. And these griefers that, you know, typically harass me just come in the stream, start being extremely toxic, and, like, you know, killing me over and over again. And, like, you know, I knew they were watching the stream, and I said during the stream live, I'm like, guys, can you please, you know, not do this here? It's like, you know, if you gotta grief me, if you gotta kill me, then do it on a different stream, please. Just don't do it today. This is a charity stream. Like, just keep the toxicity away from here. And they wouldn't stop. They just kept going and going, and they didn't care. And then some of them actually, I think, uploaded videos bragging about the fact that they had crashed the charity stream. So that was, I think, the worst type of griefers that I had encountered. In, you know, the fact that, you know, what a bunch of scumbags, like, you know, that. It was just, you know... Thank you, Mario, for that super chat. Have I seen Better Call Saul? I've seen clips of it, but I haven't seen, episodes of it, no. Yeah, you're right, Mark. I shouldn't have given a reaction, but I was hoping that if I at least said that they would stop and they'd actually see some reason. But boy, was I wrong for that. Those type of people must not have received much attention from parents when they were growing up. Well, I don't know. I don't like to, you know, I don't like to judge people, but, like, you know, sometimes I don't know, like, what's going through these people's heads, like, you know, when the way some of these people, like, play these games and stuff like that. And it's just like how toxic some of these people get. I just never understood that personally. Kay, do you want me to fly the helicopter? It's up to you. I'm pretty good with them. Not, it's okay. Okay, he's got it then. Hey, Pro, I just want to say you're a good YouTuber. Well, thank you, Kool-Aid. What I'll say is that it was, it's like I said, I don't like to judge people. You know, I don't like to do that. But sometimes I think to myself, like, you know, some of these people, the way I see them play these games, and like some of the things they do, it's like when they, for example, like there's like situations where somebody will orbital cannon like a Titan sale, like somebody's selling 111 crates from a Titan, and somebody will just orbital cannon that, or like destroy the Titan. And if you do that, you've essentially ruined 5 to 6 hours, possibly even more, of somebody's hard work collecting all those crates. So you've just ruined 5 to 6 hours of somebody's time. And like I think to myself, like, you know, how can somebody do that and like feel good about themselves and just like they like doing stuff like that? They just like doing that to other people. You know, I don't get that. You know, if I'm playing a game like GTA or Red Dead, the only time I don't feel bad for killing people in a video game is when it's a game where I have to kill them, like a war game or something like that. But if I'm playing like a game like GTA or something like that, I don't have to kill them, or Red Dead Online, if I kill another player, even if it's a total accident, if I just run somebody over, or it's like an accident, I'll message him on the phone and be like, I'm sorry, it was an accident, because I just feel bad about that. But the fact that some people can, like, destroy somebody's entire cargo and, like, have no remorse and just feel fine about that, I don't know how they can take pleasure in that. That's, like I said, I don't like to judge people, but I personally don't know how somebody can just, you know, feel perfectly fine about that when they do something like that. Hey Pro, Happy New Year. Need help selling? No, George, but you could help me help other people sell, if that makes sense. Have you heard of the Duke of Wellington? Yes. That is the man who had helped to defeat Napoleon in the Battle of Waterloo. Yes, that's the Duke of Wellington. How was your New Year? Also, yesterday was my brother's birthday. I was wondering if you could wish him a happy late birthday. He's a fan of the channel. Well, thank you, Tyler, and happy birthday to your brother, and happy New Year to you guys. Thank you for the super chat, man. Oh, I will add you, George. George, I'm gonna add you. I'm sorry. I've just been so busy with just so much stuff. I've had so many things to do lately, but I will add you, I promise. I'm sorry, George. I'll add you tonight.
If my CO would just let me make an example of one prisoner, I could end this shit.
What the?
Whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that's excessive. That's just... It's okay, here's $1.99 because I'm generous and I don't know. Thank you, George. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, they can't take a simple snowball, like it's like, yeah. What do you think of King Haddad Aziz from Lebanon? I don't know who that person is. Is this like a... I would have to... I honestly would have to look the person up, because I don't know who that is. Yeah, I don't know who this person is. Can you explain more to me on this? You watch anime? Sure. But, when I watch anime, I'm very picky on the anime that I watch. Like, I don't I don't like any if there's an anime that has magic or or sci-fi stuff like robots and mechs, I don't tend to like it. I did actually finish watching an anime recently. It was like 30 episodes, like some 30, 34, 33 episodes. I finished watching this anime called The Heroic Legend of Arslan. And I like that one. It's like kind of like a medieval anime. There's like one character that was kind of like a magical character, I guess, but it was like more of a medieval anime, and I liked it a lot. And like a lot of the kingdoms in that were based on like real life kingdoms, and so I did like it generally. I like, you know, Arslan, but you know, what I didn't like is that they never finished the show. Like they never finished it because it was like last episode was 2016 and left on a cliffhanger, and so that kind of sucked. But you don't have to apologize for being late to the stream, Mr. Waifu. Watch whenever you want, man. Remember how standing in front of the cops in GT Online could cause them to start shooting at you? Yeah, I remember that. I had that in my video once. You agree that Red Dead Redemption 2 is... No, well, I don't think there's really anything political about Red Dead Redemption, you know, OxyClean. There's nothing political really about that game. Is there any conspiracy theories you believe that are actually true? Well, if it's true, it's not really a conspiracy theory at that point. It's true. But no, there really isn't any conspiracy theories that I believe in. I would nah. Maybe the only conspiracy theory that I think is something that's kind of strange is the JFK assassination. I think that there's like a lot of stuff that's very strange about that, and so I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but there's a lot of stuff that's very strange about those events. And so, if anything, I think the conspiracy for that can be given more credit. But like, there's a lot of really stupid conspiracy theories out there that like make no sense. Like two of the stupidest conspiracy theories that I've ever heard is one of them was that the ancient civilizations had contact with aliens. That's like one of the stupidest conspiracies that people come up with constantly. It was like the ancient aliens conspiracy. That thing is just so stupid. It's like a bunch of people believe that like the ancient Egyptians and the ancient Sumerians and like these other civilizations had like contact with like aliens, and that the aliens came down from space and helped them build pyramids and stuff like that. And so, like, basically, according to the conspiracy theories, the aliens came to our galaxy, helped the Egyptians move a bunch of blocks together to build a pyramid, and just left. That's apparently, like, that's stupid. That didn't happen. No, that's dumb. You know, they moved a bunch of blocks together and just left? So it was just, you know, no, that's just, it's just, yeah. That's, the ancient alien conspiracies are just so stupid. They're so dumb. Happy New Year's. Thank you, Thank you, Dacian23. Thank you for the, thank you for the super chat. Don't forget the Hitler didn't die conspiracy. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, a lot of people believe that Hitler, for some reason, that he had survived. You know, Hitler's dead. Hitler shot himself in the head. You know, he bit on a cyanide capsule and shot himself in the head. And he did that because he didn't know whether the cyanide capsule was going to work, too. So it was just, there's a, you know, he died. So it's like, these people think that he, like, survived in Argentina or something like that. There is not one country in this world that would hide Hitler. Not one country would do that. Not even Spain would hide Hitler, and Spain was another fascist country. Not even Spain would hide Hitler, because any country that would hide Hitler would get invaded. So it's like, Hitler died. So there's the conspiracy that he somehow survived is just stupid as well. That's nonsense.
People are so ignorant.
You know, Hitler was like one of the most evil men in history. There's no way that, like, and you know, how would he escape, and like where would he hide exactly? And there's no country in the world that would hide him. No country would accept hiding him. Even the countries that, like Spain, that were more friendly to Germany, not even Spain would hide him. So there's not one country in the world that would hide him. So he died. Oh, I don't know that movie. I'll look into it, George. But do you know what what I'll tell you, the stupidest conspiracy? No, he's dead. He didn't you know, he didn't go to Argentina or something like that. No, he's dead.
Great.
He died in Berlin right as the Soviets were coming to get him. But it was you know what I'll tell you is do you know what the stupidest conspiracy theory that so many people believe, the stupidest one, that it's like it can be disproven so quickly, is the moon landing conspiracy. Like there's so many people out there that it's such a popular conspiracy theory where like people for some reason they think that the moon landing was faked, and they think that the US had never landed on the moon, and they think it was just recorded in like the back of like some movie set or something like that. That's one of the dumbest ones that I heard. And how can I prove that they had actually landed on the moon? The easiest way to disprove that conspiracy is the Soviet Union. That's the easiest way. What do the Soviets have to do with this? Think about it this way. The Soviets had spies everywhere during the Cold War. They had people everywhere. The KGB was like the most feared, like, you know, agency during the Cold War. And so the amount of assets and spies the Soviets had everywhere, the informants they had everywhere, and they also had technology. The Soviets had satellites too. They had technology. The Soviets would have known if we had not landed on the moon. They would have known. So they knew that we landed on the moon. They definitely detected us. We landed on the moon. They definitely saw it. And if think about it this way, if the U.S. had faked the moon landing, don't you think the Soviets would have done everything in their power to expose that? Like, the Soviets would have said to the rest of the world, look, the U.S. faked the moon landing, and they would have shown proof. But why didn't they do that? Because the moon landing wasn't fake. They actually did land on the moon. So the Soviets would have done everything in their power to expose that. And the Soviets definitely looked into it. They definitely thought maybe they didn't land on the moon. They probably investigated it. But then they found, no, the Americans did land on the moon. And so they didn't bother because they would have looked stupid. So that was the, so, like, the Soviets are the easiest way to disprove that the moon landing actually did happen, and we did land on the moon. It wasn't faked or anything like that. Destroy All Humans 2 actually made fun of that, by the way. Destroy All Humans 2 made fun of the conspiracy with the moon landing. But it was, yeah. Did I watch a movie called Tombstone? No, I didn't. Invite me to the business whenever you're ready. Favorite historical event? That would have to be the French Revolution. Don't forget the flat earth theory. Oh yeah, that one. That one's the stupidest one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I take that back. The moon landing isn't the stupidest one. The flat earth one is the stupidest one. That's so dumb. It's so stupid. Oh my god, I have no words for that. It's so stupid. Like, literally, you can disprove the flat earth theory just by taking a plane around the world. You just take a plane and you just fly around the whole world. That's how you disprove the flat earth theory. I don't know how anyone can honestly believe that the earth is flat. That's so stupid. It's like, you know, people believe that. You know what people believed hundreds of years ago? When, like, before Europe had, like, colonized, like, you know, America. Do you know what they believed was out in the ocean? They believed that the ocean eventually ended, and they believed there was like a big waterfall, and they believed that all the ships just fell over. That's what they believed. They believed that the world ends at one point back then, and they believed that all the ships just fall over some edge. That's like what they thought it was what they thought the it was like. But that was just, yeah, that was yeah, but you know what I noticed? I noticed that the people that tend to believe the flat earth, you know, conspiracy, those people tend to be, like, extremely, very, very religious people, I've noticed a lot of times. And there's nothing wrong with being religious. There's nothing wrong with believing in God. That's perfectly fine. But I don't understand how you could argue that the earth is, like, flat. There's, like, all the scientific proof is out there, and it's just, there's just no disputing that. There's just, you know, anyone who thinks that the earth is flat, I don't know what they're, like, there's the, what is it, I mean, you could even go on Google Earth and look at the entire Earth. So that's more proof that the Earth isn't flat. You can, what is it? There's an episode of, what is the name of that YouTube channel? There's that YouTube channel out there. I'm trying to remember the name of the YouTube channel, but they take, like, two different groups of people that, like, have opposing views, and then they try to, like, have a discussion. I'm trying to remember what the channel's name was. But they had, like, an episode once, Flat Earthers versus Scientists. And it was difficult to watch, because the scientists just kept reasoning with them, and the flat earthers just kept saying really stupid things. So it was just, you know, that was just, you know. Oh, Jubilee, yeah, it's Jubilee, yeah, that was it. Jubilee. So yeah, they had a whole episode on that, flat earthers versus, like, scientists, but, yeah, and oh, I believe in Jesus, and I believe the world is, round. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with believing in God and believing the world is, like, you know, round. I'm an agnostic, so I'm not even an atheist. So it's like, you know, there's there's nothing wrong with believing in God and believing the world is like round. So like I don't know how like some people can say, oh, like, you know, religion says the world is flat or something. No, it's just, you know, it's just there's nothing wrong with believing in a religion and believing the Earth is also round. But I don't think those contradict each other. But it's oh no, watch out here. That package almost messed me up. Okay. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Pro. I enjoyed your GT Online Evolution video. Thanks for uploading that. I enjoyed it. Well, thank you, Revan. Have you heard of the 38-minute war, shortest war? Is that the war between, like, Great Britain and, like, it was, like, one of the island... It was an island kingdom? Was that the one? Edgy? Thank you for the, Thank you for the super chat. You know that people back in the day, like hundreds of years ago, actually, they used to believe that the sun would revolve around the Earth, not that Earth would revolve around the sun. Okay. Oh, that guy was a creep, Mario. Okay, now I know you're trolling Vision. Okay, let's get over here. Wow, this helicopter, for being so small, has a very powerful light. Here we go. What do you think about medieval times? Living in medieval times would have sucked. That was not a fun time period to live in. Definitely not. Oh yeah, the snow is better in Red Dead. A lot of people were accusing me of hating on GTA when I titled one of my streams, like, I titled one stream, the snow in Red Dead is much better than GTA, and some people got mad at me. I wasn't trying to hate on GTA, I was just trying to show the snow is cooler in this game, because so many people love the snow, and I wanted to show that. Is that a Soviet helicopter? I don't know, I don't think this is a Soviet helicopter. It might be a Russian helicopter, but I don't know, I don't know aircraft that well. I know there is a helicopter like this in real life, like a really tiny one that people fly. Will you play the Red Dead games this year? Yeah, I'll probably play Red Dead Redemption 1 this year. Here. I'm gonna get those two right next to each other. Near Floyd and Deborah's apartment. Okay, I'll just let him Dark get it then. Okay, let's see here. I'll get the really bad one, because somebody will probably mess up on that one. This one. This is probably the worst one. This is the worst drop right here, this one here. Yeah, this one is the worst one. What do you think about the Epstein? Well, I'm not gonna, you know, get into stuff like that. You know, I don't know, Mario. I don't know. It was a bit suspicious, but I don't know. I don't want to get into these conspiracies. Thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on the Roaring 20s? Thank you, Soprano, for the super chat. The 20s had, like, you know, 20s had, like, great, like, you know, economic growth in the U.S. But, 20s are also, what I'll say about the 20s is, the 1920s is, what actually, led into the Great Depression later on. Because what basically caused the Great Depression was that people were borrowing money from the banks that they didn't have. They were borrowing money they didn't have, and they were betting it in the stock market. The stock market then collapsed. Stock market has a massive crash. The people lost all the money they borrowed. They couldn't pay back the banks. The banks lost all their money. The banks lost so much money lending money to people that they couldn't even give people back their bank balance. So people lost all the money in their bank accounts. And it was that's what ended up causing the depression. It was just people spending money they didn't have. That's what caused it. Hi Pro, Happy New Year. I know about that, Mario. They're making fun of prohibition when alcohol was illegal in America in the 1920s. Hey Pro, Happy New Year. Would you like to see and expect in GTA 6 and GTA Online 6? And would you do a cosplay for GTA 6? Yeah, I would do a cosplay for when GTA 6 comes out. I could cosplay on that. I'll cosplay as Jason. But I don't know what Jason would wear. Do you know who actually were some of the first few people that realized that the Earth wasn't flat? It was actually archers. Because archers, when they would fire their arrows because of the Coriolis effect, they would drop over time. And so archers were some of the people that first realized that the Earth was not flat. I could try to do Division 2 one day, yeah. Hey, Pro, what is your opinion on the Crusades? The Crusades are one of the stupidest wars in human history, definitely. They're one of the most pointless wars. It's a really stupid war. It was a series of wars, but they were just really, really stupid conflict. And both sides in the Crusades were going on religious military conquests. So I would say that both sides were kind of bad in the Crusades. The Saracens were kind of defending themselves, but the Saracens were also expanding their territories as well. So both of them were in the wrong in that. I would say the Crusaders were kind of more worse, but it was you know, both of them, you know, did bad things in that conflict. Yeah, I heard about the movie, the interview. Wellington hurt Napoleon more in Spain, not Waterloo. Well, I would argue it's Waterloo, because Waterloo is Napoleon's final defeat, though. But I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Peninsular Campaign. Well, I don't like most celebrities, though, Jimmy. Thank you for the super chat. I don't like most celebrities, and I don't really date. More of a loner. Did you pay $100,000 for college? No. I didn't pay anywhere near that amount. And I did finish college years ago. But it was, you know, I saved up money over time for my job. My parents helped me out. I didn't take any loans out or anything like that. Here's the crazy thing about here's the crazy thing about the Crusades that a lot of people don't know about. In the Third Crusade, which the Third Crusade is the most known crusade. In the Third Crusade, it was the King Richard was mostly the leader of the Crusader forces, and Saladin was the leader of the Saracens. And both King Richard and Saladin were not bad people. They weren't evil. You know, I wouldn't say they were totally good people, but they weren't evil, you know, bad people. Like, both Saladin and King Richard were kind of honorable people. And, you know, most of the crimes that were committed during the Crusades were actually committed by the individual forces of the Crusaders and the Saracens. So even though Saladin and King Richard were kind of honorable people, it was mostly the armies which had done the atrocities, not the leaders. But basically what happened was if you want to know the type of King Richard had negotiated with Saladin, and basically the negotiations, how the Crusades ended, was that the Saracens got to control Jerusalem, and in exchange Christians would you know, be able to do pilgrimages to Jerusalem, and that was the negotiation, and that's what ended the Third Crusade. When the Crusaders took Jerusalem the first time, they just slaughtered and killed anybody who was not a Christian when they took Jerusalem. So the Crusaders would just slaughter Jews, and they slaughtered Muslims that were in Jerusalem. And when Saladin had actually taken back Jerusalem, he didn't do that. He could have slaughtered the Christians when he took back Jerusalem, but he didn't do that, and he let most of the Crusader army go. So he let most of them go on the exchange that they'd stop fighting. So he let them leave. So Saladin is like one of the greatest leaders in history because he's generally associated with mercy. When you think of Saladin, you think of mercy. So he was a very merciful leader. He freed so many people. He didn't take vengeance on his enemies. So he was a kind of an honorable leader. And King Richard was kind of similar to him. King Richard was the leader of the Crusaders. When King Richard had returned to Europe, he actually died a few years after the Third Crusade. He died pretty young, though. He was only in his 40s, and King Richard had gotten shot by a crossbowman. And King Richard was dying, and he had ordered that the crossbowman be brought to him. And he had asked the crossbowman, you know, why did you shoot me? And the crossbowman had said that you had killed my brother many years ago. And so that was, and then King Richard, was kind of, you know, felt bad over that whole thing. And what he had done was he had ordered that the crossbowman would be released, and he had to be given money. So the guy that killed him, he ordered him to release him and give him money. But King Richard died shortly after that, but even though he died after that, his men didn't honor that, and they killed the crossbowman anyways. So that was the type of person. Saladin and Richard were both pretty honorable people. If it wasn't for religion, if it wasn't for the whole religious conflict, Saladin, the leader of the Saracens, and King Richard, leader of the Crusaders, probably would have gotten along. They probably would have been good friends. So that's the thing, is both of them weren't bad people, but they were just both fighting this stupid war. So that was just that's some pretty interesting things you can read about in history. Also, Saladin didn't live very long either after the Crusades. He died from disease. So that was, King Richard died from a crossbow, where Saladin died from disease, so. Let me see. Oh, I gotta return this vehicle. What am I doing? I'm holding up the whole mission. I didn't even realize. Okay. Why do GameStop workers stop people from buying 18+ games? Because it's the law. Because there's the law is like states that if you're under 18 or if you look under 18, you have to provide ID. You know, I get asked for ID sometimes when I buy video games. You know that? When I buy a video game that's rated 18, like still, sometimes I get asked for ID. So that happens. So people think that I don't know, people think I'm that young, but it's, yeah. Well, thank you, Mario. I think that some of the ads in, like, GTA are, like, some of the ads in, like, GTA are just a bit, like, I think the ads in GTA are just ridiculous, and they're a lot of times really funny. As for the other thing, I don't really want to talk about that. It's kind of like a, you know, really depressing war that's going on right now. I just would like to avoid talking about that.
Well, you delivered. Not that I was expecting any different. You said you
You're the type to
delivered,
grind
and
for
you
1 billion in Fortnite. Well, thank you, George, but I probably wouldn't play Fortnite because it's just, I'm just, yeah, I'm not into games like that. What do you think about Eminem? I don't really have much of an opinion of him. I just know him as the rapper, but I don't really have much of an opinion. It was one of the worst events in human history. And that's why I've always said that the Nazis are the most evil group that ever existed in European history, Raz. Hi, Patrick. Happy New Year. George can add me if he wants. Okay, Eric. Do you know Queens College in New York City? I know that one. I didn't go there, but I know the school.
I found when you're selling.
Where? Oh. How much do we know about GTA 6? Well, we know the characters Jason and Lucia. We know that it's gonna be in Vice City. Hello, Professional. Hopefully you have a good day. Anyhow, quick question. Is the Hangar now worth doing solo? Thank you, Pancho. I have a guide coming out on it. I don't think it's worth doing solo. I think it's worth doing with friends. But I have a guide coming out how to fill up your Hangar really quickly. If time travel were possible, what time period would you visit first and why? Thank you, Eric. Thank you for the super chat. I know there's people that still exist that have those views, ESP, but I'm just saying in history, they were the worst, group. They were in European history. Do you favorite history channels? I used to watch the History Channel a lot, but when they started doing the Ancient Aliens crap, I stopped watching. That was some time ago. But time travel question, right? You're asking me what time period would I like to see? Probably the Revolutionary War. Yeah, probably. Well, the reason that it didn't go well, though, Soprano, is because it was under Andrew Johnson. If Abraham Lincoln was still alive, Reconstruction would have gone a lot better. Why does my controller lag like that sometimes? Like, has this been happening to anyone else? Where sometimes when you're driving... Yeah. I have to restart my controller here. This is just getting a bit ridiculous here. Hang on, one moment here, everyone. Gotta turn off my controller. I don't know why it's doing that. I think there's something wrong with my controller personally. Okay, there we go. Can't even... Okay, there we go. It's a game bug? Well, I don't know then. Input device controller heads. Okay. Oh, output. Here we go. By the way, for people wondering about that stupid game that I have on there, Stroke the Rabbit, I made a video about what that game is. It's really stupid. check out my video on it. It's actually almost 50,000 views. It's getting really popular, but it's... Okay, 3.5 miles now. I'm at work for New Year's Day? Oh, that's... Well, are they giving you, like, time and a half, though, Jimmy? Another notable general during the Napoleonic Wars was Mikhail Kutuzov, since he was the man in charge of the Russian armies and really hurt Napoleon. Well, Kutuzov was the one who had suggested to evacuate Moscow. He was the one who said, we have to abandon Moscow, we have to leave it, because it was after the Battle of Borodino, Napoleon had defeated the Russians at the Battle of Borodino. And after that, he had a clear path to Moscow. And what happened was, he was the one who had said, we have to abandon Moscow. And a lot of the Russian aristocrats didn't want to abandon Moscow at the time, but he said, we're going to leave it, leave nothing for them, leave no food for the French army, and that strategy worked. Oh, I didn't get a chance to get that limited car. I know I made a mistake. I made a mistake in my top 5 video. I didn't mention that one car for the Imani vehicles. I'm sorry for that, guys. Forgot about that one. But it was yeah. You looking fly today. Also, hello. Well, thank you, Rin again. Thank you, man, for the super chat. What happened to your old character with the mask? It's the same characters without the mask. Aren't these streams just so much better than back in the day? They're actually much more peaceful. Like, you don't have to worry about an orbital cannon every few seconds. That's a good question, Suspect 13. I'm curious whether we would have been in the Vietnam War if it wasn't, if JFK was still, you know, president. Because he sent advisors to Vietnam, but I don't know if he would have sent, I don't know if he would have supported sending, soldiers into Vietnam. What war is Battlefield 1 based on? World War 1. Can you explain how the Great Depression started? Because I was always confused about it. Okay. Okay, here's what happened. Basically, the Great Depression was caused by a bunch of things. But what the Great Depression was mostly caused by was reckless spending. People were spending too much money. Basically, what happened was, you had something called credit now at the time, which credit basically led into the early credit cards. And so people could buy stuff on credit, and then they could pay it back later. And so what people started doing in the 1920s before the Great Depression is they started borrowing like a lot of money. And they borrowed money from the banks. So they took out loans, like massive loans from the banks. They borrowed money, and they didn't have the money to pay this money back. And what they did was, they put all their money in the stock market, which in the 1920s is when the average person started using the stock market a little bit more. And so they took out tons of money from the banks, borrowed them, put them in the stock market, and then what happened was when investors, like the top investors, realized that most of the people that were putting money into stocks didn't have the money that they were actually investing, they were borrowing it, the stock market crashed. stock market crashed. The people who borrowed the money lost all their money. They didn't have enough money to pay back the banks. The banks then lost all their money, and then the banks didn't have enough money to give everyone else back. So even if you didn't borrow money from the banks, even if you didn't play around in the stock market, you still lost all your money because the banks went bankrupt. And so you couldn't even get your money at the banks. And at that time, money wasn't insured by the federal government. So it was today it's like 250,000 something around there that is insured by the federal government, even if the bank shuts down. But back then it wasn't. And so that's what had basically happened. L orbital cannon. Well, thank you, Rin again. I don't really have to worry about that anymore. Thank you for the super chat. But that's basically what caused the Great Depression. It was just reckless spending, people spending more money than they had, borrowing a ton of money, and then putting it all in the stock market and gambling with it. That's what basically had caused the Great Depression.
What? No, Angel. Don't be silly. I'm not smoking. I'm meditating.
Okay, so I'll stick around here and answer a few questions before I go. I don't have to go to history class anymore. I just joined the professional stream. I wonder how your teacher would react to that. Hey Pearl, I've been watching your videos for a while. Your guides have really helped. Could you help me sell my MC businesses after you're done? Well, I can't right now, Gaming with Trey. Thank you for the super chat. I'm gonna go get something to eat because I haven't eaten since breakfast, so I'm really hungry. Pearl should get a job as a full-time history teacher. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Gaming with Trey. I won't forget, George. But George, I'll probably add you a little bit later tonight. So just remember, it's me later tonight. Any more GTA 5 or GTA 5 lore videos? Yes, I have a lore video coming out on Trevor, Michael, and Brad. And that's, right now I'm in Eastern US time because I'm visiting family. What caused the massive famine in the Soviet Union? Collectivizing everything and nationalizing everything. Happy New Year. Thank you, man. Well, I guess I'll be going here then. Goodbye, Pro. I have to get back to work. Well, I'm sorry that you're working on New Year's Day, Jimmy. I hope that they're paying you time and a half. But, I'm gonna be going here, and thank you for that super chat also earlier, Test. Ear 10? If I'm reading your name correctly. Thank you, man. But I guess I'll be going here, guys. Thank you guys, everyone, for, spending time with me on the stream here. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. And, I'm gonna have a video coming out tomorrow. It's gonna be a channel update. It's kind of an emotional video. It's not, I would recommend everyone to please watch my channel update tomorrow, because it's an hour and 10 minutes long, and it's me talking about a lot of things that I went through, and, like, some of the things, like, how I grew my YouTube channel, and, like, just some of the bad things that I dealt with, and some good things. And so I recommend everyone check out my my channel update video tomorrow. But anyways, thank you everybody for stopping by, and Happy New Year, everyone. I'll probably have another part of Saboteur up tonight, maybe a little bit later tonight. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone, and I hope you all have a Happy New Year. Thank you, guys. Take care, guys.